Why is pornography so addictive? If that's something that you've decided you consciously don't want to do anymore, and you're going through that battle, part of you is still wanting to do it, and then you have the conscious vision that you don't want to do it anymore. You consciously know you don't feel like doing it anymore, but there's that internal battle happening. Then you're one of millions, maybe even billions. Think about how much it's there's so much of it now and it's everywhere, and with the internet it's only getting worse, obviously, and who knows where things are going to lead. So if you're one of them, don't feel bad about it, and you're not alone, and there's a way out. I'm going to show you how to get out of it because it's how you get out of all addictions. If you've consciously decided you want to stop doing something, but your subconscious mind is not ready yet, then your subconscious mind is going to continue to overwhelm you with those urges and the compulsions and the imagination, and that's what the subconscious mind does. It's very powerful. It's so powerful it overrides our conscious mind all the time. When we're young, we have the natural, it's natural to be attracted to other human beings, and there's that natural chemistry that occurs. When we're young, maybe 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, it starts to happen naturally. But that's innocent attraction. It's nature, it's literal natural laws that are happening within us. And then you've got, based on the environment, like if you're born in a country where they're very strict about this kind of stuff, you're not really going to have a lot of freedom with who you can express your attraction towards. And if you're in other countries, you can, have free expression, whoever you want to be attracted to. And then that's all three of these things, unfortunately, because a lot of people are being subjugated in other countries, and that's its own can of worms. But my point is, all of it is natural chemistry. It's literal nature. It's human nature. That's why human nature has so many problems, is because we're so complex and we've got all of these things happening within us between the mind and sexual energy. It's so much, and it can get out of hand. I'm probably preaching to the choir. You're a human being if you're listening to this and going through this. So in pornography, it's like a shortcut. It's a door. It shortcuts the imagination. So instead of watching pornography, you could just use your imagination, but think about how much work that takes. I mean, that's like walking through a very dense forest. You don't know where you're going. You're having to put a lot of effort in. But then there's pornography, which is just, I'm going to open this door, and then boom, all of my imagination is taken care of. I just have all of this content here, and it's taken a shortcut. That's going to weaken the imagination. Just like a lot of muscles in life, if you don't use them, they start to atrophy and they become weaker. And when you're doing this, every time you do it, it's releasing chemicals that create strong habits, because our brain, with regards to how chemicals are released when we do things, like when we achieve a goal or when we feel good about a certain thing, we do something and then we feel good, it releases chemicals, and this helps dramatically in the formation of habits. And at the same time, it's creating cognitive dissonance, because if there's a part of you that doesn't want to do this anymore, but you're still doing it, it's going to have an impact on your mental health. And it's going to ruin your ability to love yourself and others, because you're doing things that you don't want to do. You consciously don't want to do it anymore, but you relapse and you watch it again. You consciously don't want to watch it anymore. You relapse and do it again, and you repeat this. And this is going to cycle, this is going to create a bad cycle inside of you. And it happens to all human beings. This is just how it works. This is okay. It's not a big deal. We can still get through it, and you can still recover and move past this part of your life and stop doing it and live a different way. I'm going to show you how to do it. So don't get down on yourself about all of this. This is just what's happening. So the pornography is like a doorway. You open the door, boom, all of that imagination is shortcutted. You don't need to use the imagination. You're starting to do things that go against your vision, so it's creating this loop that's hurting you. Think about this for a second. I don't know if you've ever seen those videos where a person is on the edge of a building. They're really high up. They're on the edge of a building. There's thousands of feet under them, and they're just Okay, when you watch those videos, It's normal to have sweaty palms. It's normal for your palms to start sweating because your subconscious mind doesn't know the difference. It's looking at something. Your conscious mind is looking at that video. Your subconscious mind is interpreting that stuff that you're looking at. And the subconscious mind doesn't know if it's real or fake. What you see and pay attention to in a repeated fashion, if you keep doing it, it's going to create habits, whether they be good or bad. So if you're watching not somebody on the edge of a building with your sweaty palms, but if you're watching pornography and other chemistry is happening within your brain and body, this is going to create habits much faster than any other way. Those are the two most powerful things. Things that affect your imagination and things that have some sort of chemical reaction within your brain. If those two things come together, you're going to create habits very quickly. This is why pornography is so addictive. Now, one thing you need to know, the subconscious mind doesn't know the difference. What you watch determines how your subconscious mind looks at you and at the world. Your subconscious mind is going to be confused if you're watching pornography. Your subconscious mind is going to think you're in a relationship. Your subconscious mind is going to think you're making progress in an intimate relationship, or you're expressing love in an intimate and genuine way. That's what your subconscious mind is going to think. So it's going to think good, high vibration, good, positive things, when in reality, you've consciously decided you don't want to do this anymore. This is what's going to create this horrible battle within the mind. So look at this here. Things that you look at directly pass into the subconscious. Subconscious mind creates thoughts and urges based on the things that we pay attention to and repeat often. Subconscious mind doesn't know the difference between good and bad. It only wants to protect and expand on the habits that we have. This is why once we have habits, they have a tendency to get harder and harder and harder to change because they're expanding. It can work against you or it can work for you. This is just what the subconscious mind does. Don't take it personally. Start to feel like you can't masturbate without porn because it will feel awkward or bad, or you'll sort of feel negative. This is how you know you've got a serious issue going on, because if you feel like you can't even do this by yourself with no porn, just your imagination or whatever, that's how you know your self-image is starting to become affected, your willpower, your self-image, the way you love yourself, the way you see yourself and others. This is the biggest warning right here. It does something. Doing something to feel good is never going to be the way. You want to be feeling good, and then you can go and do stuff in life, but you want to be feeling good first. You want to be in a positive, high vibration state first, and then you can go do things, but don't try to rely on things to feel good. Repetitive imagining of intimate experience creates momentum in the subconscious mind. The more that you fantasize about intimate experience, the more the subconscious mind creates thoughts and urges about that experience. This repeats. This is the expansion. I wanted to show you that in general, everything we do, if you want to have muscle memory formed, or if you want to make a new habit, or if you want to have a bad addiction, if you want to have neuroplasticity and neural development occur, if you want to build subconscious momentum, you have to have these three things right here. Things that you repeat often, things that you consciously anticipate doing in the future, things that you are mentally or emotionally invested in. Something you do often, repeatedly, something that you think about doing again, consciously, you think about doing it again, and things that give you some sort of emotional response. This is how you became good at speaking and reading. This is how you became good at riding a bicycle. This is how you became good at reading body language. Everything that you've done in life that you've become better at and grown and expanded on has come from these three things. Sometimes one more than the other. Sometimes all three are equal. Then the one last thing I wanted to remind you of is there's two paths you can go. So one path is one step back and two steps forward, making progress so you can get out of the addiction. And then the other is 3 steps back and no steps forward. You're just getting deeper and deeper into the addiction. Things are only getting worse. It's not a good thing. So how do we make progress here so that we can actually get out of something that we don't want to be doing? You have two paths. You're living your life, then the compulsion comes, and instead of arguing with yourself, before you do the thing, in this case pornography, but say it could be any addiction, before you do the thing, you react in a positive way by doing the 533 routine that I teach, or close your eyes and think about the reasons why you want to change for 2 minutes, or get your smartphone and set it on, set your timer for 3 minutes, and go for a walk for 3 minutes. And just while you're walking, just think about the way you intend to live in the future. Do something before you do the addiction. Do the addiction, whatever. Don't fight it. Don't be mad at yourself. Don't fight yourself. Just do it. Then afterwards, your spirit's going to recover more quickly, and you're going to build momentum opposite of the addiction. You can do it before or after. I'm saying before because that's more powerful. But maybe the addiction gets you and it's really strong. That's no big deal. That's fine. Don't get upset at yourself. You can switch these right here, and you can just do the addiction first, and then you can reflect in a positive way after. That's okay. What you want to avoid is this, is reacting to the compulsion by just having an argument with yourself, feeling bad, low vibration, negativity, doing the addiction, feeling bad again, normally resentment or shame, and the spirit recovers after a couple hours. The cognitive dissonance goes away, but the cognitive dissonance still makes its impact. It still hurts. It still does its damage. Then you go back to living your life, and then the cycle repeats. You fight with yourself, you do the thing, you feel bad, time goes on, you feel better, life repeats. Don't do this. Please. Please. Just do this. If you're going to do the addiction, fine, do it. But please, do this. You have to reflect. You have to have some sort of action in a positive direction linked with the addiction, linked with doing the thing. I promise. This is how you'll get out. My name is Nicholas with Addiction Freedom. I hope you're having a good day, and I hope you found this video useful. Thanks for clicking on the video. Now take care.